Hello everyone, it's me. Just a little update. I always say quick update and then it's like 20 minutes later. But just an update about tonight. So after some of my meetings during the day, going to meet with curators and researchers, I organized some meetings on my own to go back to Shinjuku and talk to some activists about their work and the importance of their work and what they're doing now. So the first part of that first was getting to Shinjuku, which I've explained in another video is notoriously stressful, and I was really afraid. Usually when I do something once, I feel a lot better about doing it again. But I was still a little bit nervous about going to Shinjuku because it's just so busy. It's so busy. But this time it went really well. It was so smooth, almost effortless. I'm getting very used to reading the signage, following the directions for the different gates and platforms. So that's an amazing sign. So even going to Shinjuku now, I was a lot more comfortable with. I did go into a different gate than I did. Is my shirt inside out? Oh my gosh. So I did go into a different station than I did last time, so I tried to avoid like the main hub, but also because it was just more convenient to go to a slightly less crowded station. So it's a stop like right before the main Shinjuku station through a slightly different line, and I went there because the Zine distro that I went to is like a little bit outside of like the super touristy part of Shinjuku. So I went to Irregular Rhythm Asylum, which is a very famous and popular zine distro here in Tokyo, and I exchanged some zines from the distro in Phoenix, Wasted Ink. It was really awesome. So I talked to the person who works there primarily about activism and their thoughts about human rights and justice work in Japan, and also their experience in history. It was really fascinating. But also when I went in, there were two other people in the distro, and it turns out that they were activists also visiting, and they're from Canada. So we had a really awesome conversation, super awesome. Their thoughts about youth activism, what's going on in their world in Canada, what they've been working on. They knew activists in Tokyo, which is who they were visiting. They were getting ready to go. I can't remember, to other places. Maybe it was Taipei. I can't remember exactly. Or maybe they were just going back to Canada and they came from somewhere else. They knew other activists who are youth organizers in Hong Kong. So, like, visiting the distro was amazing. I keep saying, like, every single day I'm here on the Horner Fellowship, the meetings just get better and better, and I learn more and more. And it was the same thing with tonight. It was so fantastic just starting to see like this coalescence of young activists and the network that they've formed like across the world to start protesting and discussing these like really important issues. And the person who's working at Irregular Rhythm Asylum like knew people that they knew, and they were in the same network. It was really, really cool to witness. So I got their contact information, and I'm really excited to keep talking to all of them, and seeing where this leads. And I thought initially that my research was going to be this like one-off thing that I could come to Japan, study something, write about it, publish it. So like a slightly extended, like long one-off, but just after so many meetings, I'm starting to feel like this is huge. This is something that I want to keep researching and discussing and meeting these activists, because there's something here, there's something more. It's huge and it's awesome. And I'm just learning so much being here, very serendipitously, even though there are a whole lot of organized meetings. What I'm learning from the, like, just little snippets of, like, little suggestions that people will give me to talk to other people, other professors, other students, to go to certain locations, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's so cool. Even at the zine place, he gave me tons of pamphlets and tons of, like, things to go to while I was here, like different sorts of protest and activist like centers and areas, and different music to listen to, because there's a lot of, like, music and art is really, really important to the activist world. It's extremely important. It has the history runs pretty deep in Japan, as it does everywhere. Art and music is an important, way of expressing discontent. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of shows in Japan that they encouraged me to go to. It's just really wonderful, and gave me names for other people, other places. And then I went to a cafe where Antifa Japan meets a lot. So it's I am so tired, I just forgot the name. Anyway, it's just right down the street from the zine place, and that was a wonderful experience too. Hardly anyone was there because it was an off night where they weren't having a show. They usually have a lot of that's where a lot of leftist music plays. So particularly music from the border of Arizona, actually, which was really interesting. When I walked in, there wasn't anyone there, but the person at the counter was so nice and tried his best to speak English. But even though, like, there was this language barrier and I didn't speak very good Japanese, and, like, we were still able to have, I feel like, these really deep conversations about, like, border justice, because the whole cafe was themed. It was Antifa themed. It's hard to explain, but everything in it was in Spanish. Yeah, like a lot of Cesar Chavez and, like, Che Guevara, but, like, even more than that, like, really deeply leftist, activist, communist themed, like, cafe in Ni-chome, which is the equivalent of the gay district in Shinjuku, which is really, really well known. There's some very famous activists there. There's a very famous queer activist artist who works and lives near Ni-chome. So that was amazing. I thought because nobody was there, I wasn't going to get a whole lot out of it, but I don't think he's the owner, but he was working there, just kept talking to me and got really excited and started sharing music with me. So he pulled down this, like, screen and, like, used his laptop to play music videos of, like, his favorite artists from Argentina and from Belgium and from Hungary, and showed me videos of concerts that they've had, like, in the space, and talked a lot about, like, this really important, like, activist work through music that he'd been doing. It was really cool. It was really wonderful to be able to, like, have this shared experience, and all of the music was in a different language, so, like, both of us had a tertiary understanding of the language, but, like, neither of us spoke it, but yet we were still connecting, like, pretty deeply over like, music in Spanish or Hungarian or Hungarian, oh my gosh, like, German, and it was really awesome. And so after that, I was like, I might as well go back to the hotel, even though I'm in Ni-chome. I'll walk around a little bit. But I don't drink, and I'm very shy, so I wasn't really going to go to any of the bars because there isn't much of a scene outside of that. And I was standing on the corner trying to Google how to get back, what trains to take, and I saw this group of 3 men walk by. Yeah, and I heard them speaking English, and they looked younger, so about my age. And so I said, "Oh, hello, are you all from the United States?" And they were there. They had all met there previously, not this time, but they were just going out together, and they were so nice, and they invited me out, and they were all huge nerds and also worked in academia, and we just made this like wonderful, amazing connection and exchanged information and like are planning on visiting each other and it all coalesced in this like beautiful, beautiful moment and night, and it just got better and better, and it wasn't nearly as stressful as the first time I went to Shinjuku and I was by myself and it was so busy. It was awesome. And so they 2 of them had been living in Japan for a couple years, and so they knew a lot about the queer scene, the gay scene in Japan, and started telling me about all of these things. And it was just another like serendipitous way for me to start learning about queer culture in Japan in a way that I would have never ever been able to do if I hadn't have said hello, if they hadn't have been speaking English, if we hadn't have been there at the right time. Just, yeah, it's great. It's been so great. Tonight was amazing. They were so friendly, taught me so much about queer culture in Japan, shared a lot about their history and their ideas and their experiences, all wrapped up with meeting other activists from other countries. And yeah, it was a really good night. So it was a really great day. Went all the way to Sakura City, saw a lot of like really important historical documents and artifacts, and then ended in a really organic like way in a very well-known like super activist gay district of town. So if that's not like a culmination of exactly what I wanted this trip to be, I don't even know what is. It was really awesome. I'm so grateful to be here today and to be doing this. Yeah, so I'm excited to see like how much better it's going to get, because this is great. It's amazing. Yeah, and I bought a whole bunch of zines and t-shirts and a tote that I'm going to take back to ASU, see if we can add it to our zine collection, and I'm going to exchange some with the Zine Distro, Wasted Ink in Phoenix, so yeah. So I'm so tired. It is 9 a.m. in Arizona, which means that it is well past midnight here. Let's see. Yeah, it's 1 a.m. here, so I'm really tired. Oh yeah, this was sitting on my counter. This is a fruit that the translator I was with today, she gave this to me. She grew it on her tree and she's very excited. It's kind of like an orange and a lemon. It smells lovely. Anyway, so many wonderful things happened today. I love this orange. I love today. I love my trip. Yeah, it's really good. I'm gonna go to bed. So tired. Yeah. Okay. I hope you're all doing well. And I will talk to you later. Today, I guess, is my second free day, but technically it's my first free day, because I planned a whole bunch of stuff for the other one. So today I'm actually gonna have a free day. I'm gonna go to maybe Yoyogi Park and Shibuya and maybe Harajuku, so we'll see. Yeah, wish me luck. I'm excited. Yeah, it's gonna be a new place, so there might be a little bit of anxiety, but it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. If today is any proof of that, everything's gonna be okay. Okay. Alright, I'll talk to you all later. Have a good weekend. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.